Hey, welcome back to Elden Ring. This is part 15 of our initial run through the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Last time we went through the Jagged Peak. We we beat Baal the Dread and we finished up Egon's quest and we got Egon's armor set and his great bow. And we got a hammer and the priestess's heart, which turns you into a dragon person and boosts dragon cult incantations. We also got a ancient dragon stone and ancient somber stone and a cookbook for dragon communion flesh. Um, and I'm a little worried right now. And I probably should have changed these back. I just realized that now. But I'm a little worried because I was exploring around this old big dragon guy, and I found a scene. I don't like that. And there's a set of grace down there. And I thought that maybe you could get there from here. But as I was looking, I saw the blue. The blue of the Cerulean coast. So I'm thinking maybe we go from the Cerulean coast over to there. But I'm not sure if that's actually the thing that I want, because those were giant fingers, and probably should have started from this one actually. We can look there first. But yeah, just giant fingers and... Oh, we're not getting through that. Oh. Time to turn around. Now, we're gonna look for it. I don't know how to get to it, but we're gonna look. Whether we actually find something, I sure hope not, because, ugh. But I am going to look. Oh. Didn't realize you could walk along the beach. That probably explains why I couldn't find it. Is there anything up here? There is. Oh, this one's gold, so it's a great glowwort then. Yep. Alright, good, good, good. Well, that right there is the reason I was worried. Now, granted, I don't have nearly as much of a problem with those enemies as some other people do. Partially because I have committed myself to the absolutely overpowered method of partially because I've committed myself to the overpowered method of great sword, great shield, and guard counter, which is a three-piece combo that works entirely too well. That's a smithing stone 2. It's 6 smithing stone 2s, but it's still smithing stone 2. I feel like you should get a bit more than that. Which, I mean, do have to admit, in the beginning, I wasn't really a fan of getting smithing stones, because I was under the impression of, hey, this is the end of the game. All of our stuff is already upgraded. So, why are we still getting smithing stones? But then I realized they probably did it so that way you can, or it's easier to upgrade the DLC weapons as you get them. And you don't have to spend runes buying smithing stones. And so I kind of warmed up to that. But I feel like you should be getting like 4s and up. Because 1, 2, and 3... But 1, 2, and 3, they're super cheap to buy. Finger Ruins of Rhia. Uh-huh. Finger Ruins of Rhia. I don't like any of this. Why do they have weird wiggly lines on them? Why are they all pointed towards something in the middle? Why these enemies? Now, as I stated before, this is overpowered. Also, these things are weak to fire, and the Blasphemous Blade does fire damage. Which is why they're going on their back and freaking out. And also bursting into fire. Because Blasphemous Blade. As I said, Blasphemous Blade is overpowered. And everyone understands that. What the fuck are you? You got sorceries now? What? I say now, but... What are you? Don't answer that. Never show your... anything to me again. I want none of it. Oh, there's music. There was music for a second. FromSoft games usually don't have music outside of boss fights and, like, the hub area. Oh, hi. Hi. That's... Yeah, so anyways, that whole great sword, great shield, guard counter thing... Yeah, the whole thing of me saying that's overpowered... Yeah, it's overpowered. It even works incredible against those things. Anyways, but most people think the Blasphemous Blade is overpowered because of the weapon skill, which got a bit of a nerf when the DLC came out. Nailstone. I see big hand over there. Can't lock onto it, but big hand over there. And yeah, there's another one of these. I don't care about any of these. I don't remember if I got both of these. I know that I got the weapon. But I don't know if I got the sorcery. I did, Rolana's Twin Moons. Don't have nearly enough intelligence to use it, but I got it, so no need to duplicate that again. So we can put a thing here on the map. Plant, I don't know. I don't have a system for that. Like, sword, is boss. Skull is very difficult boss. And that's as far as I've thought about it. Yeah, most people think that the Blasphemous Blade is overpowered because of the weapon skill, which it does have a very strong weapon skill. But if you noticed, even though I use the Blasphemous Blade, I very rarely use the skill. But I still consider it to be overpowered. Alright, real quick. The blue and the, like, misty, like, rain, whatever, is going on. Not the rain, like, here, but the rain going on in the background. The, like, little shower things. Very pretty. The trees, in my opinion, don't go super well with it. I feel like the trees in Liurnia, the, like, low, wide oak trees, would fit better. But that could also be a personal thing, because I'm not a big fan of these trees. Oh, big hand. Hi. Bad. Anyways, I consider Blasphemous Blade to be overpowered, but I don't really use the skill. The reason why I consider it to be overpowered is because, one, it's a great sword, the best weapon class. Two, it has HP regen, which HP regen, HP regen, HP regen, HP regen. As you can probably tell, I really, really, really like HP regens. Well, that's another worm face thing. Oh, there's two. That's a one-shot. Stop running away, stop running away, stop running away, stop run... Cowards never win. But anyways, yeah, HP regen is incredible. And then a third and much less potent reason of it being overpowered, though it still helps a little bit, is the fire damage. Well, I should say first, C scaling in strength and dex and B scaling in faith. Which means you can go to a really high level with this thing and just keep cranking damage. So that's the third reason. And then fourth, smaller reason is the fire damage. Because out of all the elemental damage types of magic, fire, lightning, and holy, I would say lightning is the best. And then fire is a little behind that, then magic is a little behind that, and then there's a gap, and then there's holy. But fire being the second best elemental damage type, pretty good. So there is that. Again, not as potent, but it still helps a little bit. And as you can see with... Hi. Oh. But as you can see with the, like, hand enemies, some enemies are weak to fire. And so that can help with that. Oh yeah, we should check these. Alright, so both of these are used for crafting items, so you can pause and read these if you want. Oh, it looks so gross. I don't... Well... Shouldn't say that, because I know why. For a second, I thought this was like an earthworm mouth, and it tried to eat like a giant stone, and then I realized it's probably the finger. Anyways. Like, I know why I find them so gross. Because they're like giant spiders. Which, as we all know, spiders are the enemy of humanity. They are our sworn enemies. They are the most evil, vile beings in the universe. Which, like, yeah, these things are gross. But, like, we could coexist with these things. Realistically, we probably wouldn't. Oh, you have glowing eyes. Oh, how many eyes? Is that 8 eyes? No. Spiders have 8 eyes. That's entirely too many. Pearlescent scale. Found by hunting lamprey. Alright, you can read those if you want. That looks cool, though. I have to admit. Visually, the thing looks cool. I feel like we're heading out of that area. Oh, hi. Once again, great sword, great shield, guard counter. Overpowered. So we're definitely heading out of that area. And we've already marked that guy, so... Where is this place leading? I was not looking at the ground. I so easily could have just ran straight into one of the big ants. Oh, shack. It's a new shack, too. Finger Weaver's Hovel. Aha! My theory is proven true. The finger creepers hail from these ruins. So now I must sound this one hanging bell, and sweetly cradled shall I come to be at the bosom of the exalted mother. Finger Weaver Cookbook 1. That gets you Glinting Nail. Uses FP to fire... Yeah, we've looked at these before. A scaling and intelligence. Oh, red bears. Red bears. Hello. I love bears. Ignore the fact that first thing I did was come and swing. Don't think about that. But... Alright, so the spider hands are called finger creepers then, I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's what that means. Also, dragon wing. Okay, so this isn't an alternative entrance. This is just a side thing to get you a cookbook. Good to know. Good to know. But he said, like, the ghost guy said that the finger creepers hail from these ruins. I'm not going to think about the lore implications of that, because I'm not lore person. I am ride around on a horse and smack things with powerful sword person. That's what I do. And that's what I'm concerned with. So I'm not gonna concern myself with how these things came to be, or how they got into Caria Manor, or how they got into Volcano Manor. I don't think they're in Volcano Manor, but around it. Like, I'm not gonna concern myself with those questions. What I am a bit more concerned about is... Hi. Hello, friend. But what I'm a bit more concerned about is what the guys said about ringing a bell. Like, he said that all he has to do is ring a bell and then he'll be held by the Exalted Mother. That kind of sounds like Rhia, because she says Exalted at one point. That very, very powerful connection there. And she holds you. But I feel like they wouldn't do that. Partially because she's in the base game, and so far the only base game connections have been Radon and Mikola. And partially because she's dead. At least, if you fully complete her quest, she dies. So... I don't think they would do that. So more likely it's someone new for the DLC. Oh, I thought this was a door that was opening. Big hand? I'd rather kill all the enemies than to leave them alive and then run into them later when I'm just trying to explore or trying to run away from a different enemy. But I thought that was a door that was opening. Where are you? There he. Nope. I'm just trying to check the map and this guy is killing me. Or attacking me. He's got red blood. That's a good sign. Oh. They're giant walls. I thought it was a giant door. Nope. You don't get to throw magic projectiles. Not at me. No siree. I feel like there's probably a bell or something in the middle that I'm running around instead of towards. I'm losing stamina. There's one here. His hand started glowing and I don't know what that was about, and I don't want to know what that was about. I was about to say, I hear something this way. So, we can take care of you. 1600. That's not a lot. But for how easy it is to kill you guys, and how many of you there are, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I'm just thinking of the palace, like the Mogwin Palace area that, oh hi, that everyone knows about. And the ones there give, I think, 2,000. And so that's a bit better, especially since they're closely packed together. And don't fight right away. And they're right next to a site of grace. So it's like, it's got everything going for it. And not everything can have everything going for it. I don't think that's a fair thing to expect. It's like, not everything can be the best. Not everything can be best case scenario. I feel like that thing is probably the thing in the middle because all the fingers are pointing to it. And most of the fingers are somewhat spread out. I see you hanging out on the wall there. Yeah, then that one is a, like, packed circle. So that's probably... Alright. Oh. Alright, so he's got a magic ring thing. But the... I haven't been hit by it in forever. So I don't actually remember what it does specifically. But I think it's an explosion. I think the one that the finger, hand, spider things. Also, he can summon mimicked here. That's kind of making me think that there's a boss around here. And this is a pretty open area. Also, ooh, I did not spend time on that, but we got to see another mouth there, and that was a lot of teeth. Oh, we got a finger mimic from them, even though it says they're exceedingly rare. Alright, so yeah, there's the blue flowers of the Cerulean coast here, so it means we're moving back towards that. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I think this may have been where we came in. So there's still the thing in the middle that we didn't check out. And the possibility of a boss. Oh. Yoink. Alright. Still, look at it. Look at those teeth. But anyways. If there's a boss around here, great, that'll be a good climax to end this part on. And there's the thing in the middle. So, just gonna run very brazenly through this area, mocking any would-be bosses as the cowards that they are for refusing to show their faces. Sound a ringing bell. Crimson Seed Talisman +1. Alright, so this boosts HP you get back from your red flask, and this does it even more. So greatly boost HP restoration from Flask of Crimson Tears. Alright, so starting on the second thing. The Erdtree Sea of this talisman was presumed to be an object of myth. This age-old artifact also depicts the two fingers, perhaps harking back to the birth of the Erdtree. Okay, so good to get, good to get. That's not... Oh, yeah, there's a hole there. I thought that we were gonna, like, push it to ring the bell. But nope. Okay, well, it kinda seems like that's everything here. I could be mistaken. Like there might be more here, and I just missed it. But it kinda seems like that's everything here. And Finger Runes of Rhia. So this felt more like a lore. I don't know if lore would be the right word. I feel like world building is better. This felt more like a world building area. Of like, this is where the finger hand spider enemies come from. And there's also these snake worm enemies with 4 limbs. They're also here. What are they? What's their purpose? What are they doing? Who are they aligned with? What's going on with them? Why are they using what seemed like sorceries? I don't know. Again, I'm not someone who follows the lore very much. I'm more of an exploration, visual design, gameplay person. But yeah, this felt more like a world building area rather than like a gameplay area. Also, there's this area, and I still don't know how to get to this area. Oh, there's how. Well, that was part of this area. Oh no, that was this. Oh no, this was the one with the dread talisman. Oh, there was a jump that we could take here. Well, hold on. This might be a nothing burger, but I'm curious enough to try it. And we're 37 minutes in. Like, this isn't something I would normally do while recording. Normally, I would either end it or go to a different part. But we're 37 minutes in. I don't think that we can do the Shadowkeep main gate or the church district entrance, which are all we have left as of right now, that I know of. Like, don't think we can do either of those in 20 minutes. And so, because of that, because I don't think we can do either of those in 20 minutes, instead, you're going to get to see some of the nonsense that I do when I'm not recording. Lucky you. So... Oh, I don't remember where it is. I don't think it's this way, because this is where Egon was screaming about Bale and then we got invaded. I think it's down there. Yeah, I think it's down there. So we can go do that. Now, the delusion that I'm indulging in right here, right now, is... Oh! That was rude. Anyways. There was a... Like, by the hovel, there was a jump. A spirit spring jump. And... there's an area right next to it that's down, and I don't know how to get down. So what if we could spirit spring jump down? Once again, these are the kinds of delusions that I normally do after a part ends. But we've got 20 minutes. And 2 areas. I bit my tongue. Don't know why I keep doing that. That is a practice that has started recently, and I don't know where it came from. But it started recently. Anyways. like I said, this is normally the stuff that I do after a part ends. And then I go, okay, now I have time to waste and go do silly delusional things on. Because I'm not on a time limit. And I'm not worried about wasting your time. Yeah, that's way too far of a drop. So, once again, no idea how to get down here. And, like, clearly there's something here because there's this. So, unless you can go from here up into here, or you can find some way to get down here because there's stuff here. It's like, I mean, maybe there's a thing here and this one teleports you. Like I said, just, there's multiple options here. Yeah, I really doubt that. So we can head over here and we can look. Though, if we can't find anything, I am very willing to just end the part. Very difficult to see, but it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. So, don't know how to get to here. Finally figured out how to get to here. There's still this area here. There's this area, there's this map, there's this and this area that I don't know how to get to. I'm gonna take another look around for this area because it's kind of bugging me. I really feel like we should find a way to get there. I looked over here. I'm gonna look over here first. Oh, there's also this guy. Alright. Before I get too distracted by trying to find new areas, we're gonna talk to this guy, see if there's any new crosses he's interested in, and then we're gonna end it. Because I don't want to waste too much of your time.
Kindly Mikola has discarded his great rune. The fog that vexed my aging faculties has been lifted, and follies better left forgotten haunt me once again. Once, in an attempt to free Lord Moog from his enchantment, I challenged tender Mikola, only to have my own heart rather artfully stolen. I knew not how weak I was. I believed that with sufficient mastery, even an Empyrean would be within reach of my blade. I could not have been more mistaken. Mikola the Kind is a monster, pure and radiant. He wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying. Righteous tarnished, Mikola the Kind makes my blood run cold. I am loath to admit it. But even at this very instant, I wish to run very far away indeed. Righteous tarnished, I am...
Interesting. So, I don't know anything about Mikola, but I feel like me and you could be on the same page here. I've killed an Empyrean. I have also married one, apparently. Somewhere around here. That's the beast eye. Oh, did I give the ring? I feel like we lost the ring when we got the moon sword. Moonlight Greatsword, that's what it's called.
I kind Michaela's light. It.
Oh, you were gonna say something new? Sorry about that.
I don't feel it. It's broken. Kind Michaela's light is gone. But I stand tall. Together, we work. Together. For Michaela the Kind. I don't know what to do. Our mother abandoned her brood. She did not love us. We are her children. What should we do? Must we be sad forever?
Huh. Put it behind you, remain sad forever. I don't know. Ooh. Ooh, what do we do? I wouldn't go with any of these options in real life. In real life, I'd say, alright, take some time to process and grieve, and then find something else to put your focus towards. So I feel like put it behind you would be the better, or like the option closer to what I would say, I think.
Maybe that's kindly Michaela's love. Love for all the unloved. Love to banish the pain. I like finding things for you. Things bring joy to all.
Alright, so he hates Mikola, wants him dead. He likes Mikola still.
Goodbye.
Good to know.
Righteous I am.
Good to know, good to know. Well, since they have new dialogue, I wonder if either of these are gonna have new lore. Or new dialogue. After this, we'll end it. I promise, I promise. You first.
Intriguing. What remains there to be said? Do you presume us allies even now? Though Michaela's spell is newly broken, I must profess. The spell mattered little. Uphold his covenant, Michaela shall, and in godhood redeem our rueful clan. Then Marika and vilest Erdtree both will at last be from divinity wrenched. And surely, contented I will be. But first, clear resounds the call of vengeance. The Impaler, Mesmer, must pay his due. In vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield. How could I allow myself to forget? Revenge alone assures me peace of mind. Think not to hinder me upon my path, lest you too wish to face the reckoning. Think lest you...
Alright, so two things. One, not thinking about hindering your path. Two, so Mikola shedding his great rune broke the spell that he has on everyone. Good to know, good to know. So, he's staying committed because the spell didn't matter. Oh yeah. Freya, forgot about them. But Sir Ansbach is now terrified. Alright, so we're gonna go to Freya next. I need to know the dialogue, I'm sorry. But, Lita.
Oh, hello. Did you feel it? Mikula the Kind's enchantment appears to have broken. But while my devotion to kindly Mikula remains unchanged, by my troth I am not so sure about the others. No, wait. Perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. I can wield my sword to cull the undeserving, those unfit to bask in tender Mikula's presence. I should have thought of this earlier.
Alright, Cole and I think it was Toth, something like that. Two words that I don't know the meaning of. But Lita seems pretty cool. She helped us with Rolana. She's got one of the best armor sets. She has a very cool voice. So, might look those two words up to know what she's saying.
Right. It's time to begin ferreting out those of us who don't deserve to be at kindly Mikula's side.
Ooh. Suggest Talier, suggest the horn scent, make no suggestion. If I make no suggestion, because I haven't talked to Thalia yet, can we come back and make one? Because the horn scent, he stayed committed. He said he doesn't care. We're going through all the NPCs. This guy had no dialogue. It was just ... when we tried talking to him before. Right, so he's the same then. Oh, Needle Knight Lita, so horn sent to left. So we can hit Thalia, then we can hit Freya, then we can go back to Lita. Thalia, please, buddy, I need you to be on our side right now.
I had something I wish to tell you. I'm heading south. I've recalled something that Sir Moore said. He discovered deep purple water lilies blooming on the southern shore. That must be where St. Trina was left to wither away.
Okay. Good. Because these that cause immediate death if imbibed by an ordinary human, that is my favorite consumable item, possibly in the entire series. Because one, it looks cool. Two, and more importantly, the effect is just hilarious. And even though it's expensive at 30k a piece, I think that's worth it. I'll buy one now, actually.
Just give me the word if you need any more poison.
Okay, so he said he's heading south to the Cerulean coast. I'm gonna look for him after I'm done recording, because Cerulean coast is kind of big. But first we can talk to Freya. It didn't seem like he was uncommitted. It seemed like he was more interested in St. Trina than Mikula, though. But anyways, Freya.
Oh, there you are. Good. If you happen to see Lady Leda, tell her that I'm striking out on my own. Don't worry. I've no mind to cross any of you. The guidance of kind Mikula remains etched into my very flesh. It's only... there's something that I must know. Kindly Mikula spoke of the vow he once made with General Radahn, and it is here the vow shall be honored. I am a Redmane. I must know the nature of the vow. I'll be out on my own for some time. There's something I must know. There is no need for concern. I will be true to my word. Though I do feel a hint of regret. Lady Leda, Honorable Ansbach, and warriors like you are all of a special breed. How glorious it would have been, had we met in battle as sworn enemies. I'll be out on my own. There's something...
Okay, so... Good to hear that she's not an enemy, and that she has no intention of becoming an enemy. But I'm not as much of a fan of her as the others like Sir Ansbach and Leda. Partially because I don't like her armor set as much. Partially because I don't like her weapon as much. Partially because she's a Redmane, and partially because she helped us with the lion boss fight, but she died like halfway through. So... not as useful in battle. Though, I feel like that was more of the boss, like the lion boss, being more of a, you should use magic, and she doesn't use magic, so I feel like that's more about her build being incompatible with the boss rather than a problem with her herself. But anyways, Leda again.
Ah, there you are. I've made up my mind. The horn scent will be eliminated. If he were to point his blade at Sir Mesmer or Queen Marika, perhaps it would not matter. But vengeance changes a man. And one day, his blade may turn towards Miquella the Kind. Kindly Miquella is, after all, the true golden child. Even if he discards every last drop of his being, his lineage will always remain.
Okay, so there's some conflicting interests here. So I should get this out of the way. I know that we're about to hit an hour, but I just want to get this out of the way. In terms of who I'm aligned with, number one would be Leda, the Needle Knight. Number two would be Ansbach. Number three would be the Horn Scent. Number four would be a toss-up between Freya and Talia, however you pronounce his name. Nothing against Moore, it's just he's not useful. Whereas like all the other ones are useful, or at least could be useful. Whereas unless Moore gets a better stock for like things that he can sell you, then not really. But yeah, so like if everyone starts killing each other, I'm going to the Leda first. But with that being said, we didn't do a whole lot in terms of like progress, but we found the Finger Ruins of Rhia. We got the Crimson Seed Talisman +1, and we got a ton of lore. And kind of moving the story and character motivations forward, so I'm pretty happy with that. And with that being said, yeah.